I say, here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let them have it.
I've got my dollars and I sent in my best offer.
We say, yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem.
Hello, everyone, and good morning on this beautiful, bright, and early Wednesday. And what is today? Hump Day. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning to Jessica. Hello. Good morning and welcome. Castlevania, how are you doing, Mel? Good to see ya. Tom Cruise, hello, Tom. How are you doing, Tom? Mr. Jimmy, hello. How are you doing? Miss Aqua Girl, how are you doing, Annette? Good to see y'all this morning. Everybody's in here telling each other good morning. How's everybody doing on this beautiful day? That's also the Facebook site. I do have it running on Facebook as well. Miss Irene, hello, good morning and welcome. Mr. Patrick, good morning, hello, and welcome. Jennifer in the house. Good morning, hail to Jennifer. She's our royalty. Love. Meet some Jennifer in the chats. Stephen, hello, good morning and welcome. And again, thank each and every one of y'all for coming in the morning and spending your time with us. And I would like at this time to bring in our guest. You may know her. She's been around on different chats. You may see her in chats communicating with everyone. She's got her own little channel going on. And if you haven't checked her out, we're going to start talking about her and letting her know so you get to know more about her. Also, good morning, Bobby, the cap guy. Hello, Bobby. So at this time, please give a large, warm welcome and a loving welcome to our guest today, Miss Dana, Miss Glams.
Johnny says Glams.
I'm watching you wait for that camera to come on. I love it.
I'm like, is it on yet? Am I in yet? Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
I am blessed. How about you?
I am fantastic. We're bringing to the close the craziest summer of my life. So it's been interesting and a wild ride.
Well, while I go ahead and get your information to put in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the top. I see Jennifer's already dropped your link, but I'll pin it to the top of the show. Go ahead and tell everybody a little about yourself, what you do, and what platforms you take us and sell on.
Sure. My name is Dana, and I go by Glama, so you can always just call me Glama. I have a YouTube channel, and I'm a reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I do also some arbitrage for the real, not arbitrage, but reselling for the Real and ThreadUp. Uh-huh. So, and then my YouTube channel is Glama's Closet, and we're a little sillier than your average reseller. We just, we find it all wildly amusing, and I can't help it. I gotta laugh at everything.
That's a good thing, though. So if you haven't checked out her channel, it is on the link at the top in the blue box, and Jennifer's already dropped her link in the chat. So go ahead and check out her channel, and you won't be disappointed. I have to ask you, because I've been watching your channel since you first started, and I noticed you hit over 500 subs. And
yes, I did. Thank you, guys. That's you, Johnny. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But again, it's your hard work and dedication and being consistent. Because you're at 540 now. But my question for you is, because I've seen most of your videos, and I say that because some of them are in my playlist to watch later, because I'm still trying to catch up. I noticed you've been starting to do some tutorials and things like how to catch a fake with a real purse or different items and how to do these things. So talk a little bit about that and what got you started in that.
One of the first things that I noticed when I was thinking about doing something involving my coach collection, because I really do collect coaches and I love vintage coach. So what I noticed was that there was a lot of a little bit of information that was true as far as it went, but it didn't go that far.
Right.
So it would be true in many situations or in most situations, but there are certain things that you have to look out for.
Yeah.
So I noticed that I felt like the tutorials that I was watching, and I would watch them just out of interest, just to see, what other people were saying, and maybe I missed something in my 30 years of collecting coach.
Right.
But some of the information was like, I'm like, no, that's not. It's not exactly true in all situations. So I thought, well, I'll throw my 2 cents in, and so far it's been really good feedback. But yeah, that's kind of what was going through my head. Yeah, and there are a couple of other tutorials that I feel may be helpful, but it's something that my sister and I are working on for the fall.
Yeah, I noticed your very first video was how to take jeans and turn them into distress shorts.
Yeah, I wanted to see if the 1980s way, the way that I remember from high school, could stand up well to the tutorial from one of the younger people, Nick with NCI Resale, and I just kind of old versus young, and he won hands down because I totally shark bit I forgot about making those holes too close to the hem. Yeah, but so far I've got a bidder on the old people jeans, and the new person jeans sold within a week.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the young person jeans sold within a week, of course.
Right. Good morning, hello, and welcome, Miss Resale Royalty. I believe that's Tina.
Good morning, Tina. Hello, my love.
I'm trying to remember everybody's names as they come in. So when did you start actually doing your reselling, and what got you into it?
The reselling I started doing last summer, at the beginning of July last summer, and I had been thrifting my entire life. We grew up, without a whole ton of money.
Right.
So my mother was taking us to the Goodwill and yard sales, like when I was like little bitty, and then of course the thing in the place with the virus hit last summer, and closed down a lot of things, including my work, because the hotel industry is always hit first.
Right.
So with that being said, I was on furlough, and I spent the first like 2.5, 3 months just like hanging out on the deck with my best friends and just, day drinking, having fun.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right. And then after about 2 months of that, I got real bored real quickly, because I just can't not work. I've been working since I was like 13 or 14.
Right.
So I was watching Margaret with Texas Gal Jewelry Treasures, and I thought, she's taking these things that are, in thrift stores and just reselling them. And so my first video, so awkward. Everybody's got the cringy first video. And that was a jewelry jar unboxing, and I did it with my mother, who's just a saint and a wonderful, beautiful person, and she was much more gracious than I was. I was like looking all over the place, and like it was just a mess. but we got through that, and I got addicted. And I was like, let's do YouTube.
Right. And what got you started with YouTube, and what made you decide to go ahead and start doing YouTube?
I thought, honestly, I thought it would help my sales. I really wanted to use it as a marketing tool because in the hotel business, I was in sales. I was in catering sales specifically. So I was used to being able to, like, building up things and reaching out and creating environments where I could sell, and where people were exposed to what I was selling. So I thought, when I started watching all the different reseller YouTubes, I thought, okay, this is a great way to get your product out there and sell. And what I didn't realize was that it was going to be such a fun, creative process. I love it. I don't care if I never get another subscriber in my life. It's not about monetizing for me. Honestly, it is really about having fun.
Yeah, you have to enjoy it. So when you're doing your sourcing, I know you gave it a little description at the beginning of the show. What is your go-to for getting product and for reselling? Your main two go-tos?
I'm kind of an old-fashioned girl. I do like the Goodwill. I just love a Goodwill, but I don't sell hard goods, and that makes a difference.
Oh, okay.
So like I go to my local Goodwill whenever I need like a peace of mind shopping, I call it, or like retail therapy or resale therapy. And I did that yesterday, and I found a pair of Lululemon shorts for $3.
Oh, wow.
And those things sell for like between $40 and $50 resell.
Yeah.
So I feel good about that. But honestly, it just depends. Like if I'm like today, I'm going to the bins. So I'm in St. Louis, guys. If anybody's at the bins this morning, look out for Glama. Yeah. Here come me and my friend Miss Sue, who's just about as fun and goofy as I am. So yeah, those are usually my two main go-tos. I do love a good church sale though. Man, there's nothing I love more than a church garage sale if I can find it. They just haven't had so many lately because of all the things that have been going on.
Right. So what is the main go-to items that you go to when you go on sourcing?
I would say when I walk in, the first thing, strangely enough, usually the first thing that I go look at are the hard goods, but I look at those for my house. That's more for me. And then probably shoes. Shoes are easy to photograph, and I love selling shoes. And then I go to the. This is going to sound so weird. Okay, I go to the undergarment section because what I'm looking for are Spanx and support garments. Those sell really quickly, really well. They're always a good flip. I have almost 100% sell-through rate with those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so what all the platforms that you do sell on? I'm most active on Poshmark because simply you have to be. I do have a small store on eBay, but it's not, it's mostly when I come across things like hard goods, I prefer to sell on eBay. A lot of men's things, a lot of men's clothing goes quicker on eBay than it does on Poshmark because men just don't. It's not that men don't go on Poshmark, it's that a lot of men don't go on Poshmark. Right. Yeah.
With Poshmark, it's more of like a social sort of thing, and it's kind of one of those things that, like, if a guy has a choice, most men that I know just don't want to spend that much time shopping. Right. They don't want to socialize. They just want to go in, get the pants that they know that fit them, and get out. They shop like my husband. So with eBay, it makes it so much easier for them to just, they just hop on. It's transactional. It's not a social thing at all. Yeah. They don't want to share. They don't want to follow up. They just want to know, okay, it's shipped and we're done.
Right. Horizon says, I just make a beeline, not a C line, a beeline right through the undergarments, right to the toys at Goodwill.
The toy sections sometimes, my Lord, I have more fun taping in the toy sections than at Goodwill. It seems like all the dolls there are so angry. But they're all like this.
For a while, I was looking for, and the sad thing about it is when you go, for me, I just go in and I just go first to the left. Whatever's at the left, I just follow. and just go everywhere. It's not like I go to particular items. But for me, I was looking for somebody, a doll who's never got a doll as a kid or as a young girl. And so I've been on the lookout for like the right doll to get this person. And I'm not saying in case they're listening in the backgrounds, but for me, every time I go to there, it's the weirdest looking, meanful looking. Some people call them dolls. Like, why I can't find a decent doll? Just something still brand new or something in a box, and it's hard. They don't have them too often in those stores. Patrick says yes to the toys. Hello, Junkin Pumpkin. How are you doing? Good to see you. I love your live in early. Eating breakfast, watching Goodwill. Yes, thank you so much. In the parking lot, waiting for it to open. Awesome.
In there. Yep. That's awesome.
I did 5 videos yesterday. It's a record for me. Awesome. Everybody's saying good morning. So when you go, what is this one? A great Raggedy Ann, y'all never regret it. He's always in his background too. Everybody's saying good morning to you. So I want to go back again on that video you did because it opened my eyes for some things, because I kind of knew a little bit when you think you might know something about a particular product. The video you did on the fake and real Gucci eggs
we call them Gucci's. Fake coach.
And I love the way you did that. So tell me a little bit about that and what got you to really go into detail the way you did on the real and fake ones, because I love how you did that.
With the fake ones, what I noticed was that I guess the good news is that a lot of thrift store employees don't know the difference. They don't know what to look for. So I've actually been in my local Goodwill. This happened for real. I was in there and I saw a real Coach crossbody in the purse section for $4, and it was beautiful. It was a vintage leather. Wow. It had the suede on the inside. It had the exact right creed. It was perfect. And then I had I passed it by because I actually own that purse. and when I shop Coach, 90% of the time it's actually for my personal collection. Mm-hmm. So I was at the counter looking at something else, and I noticed that up at the counter they had a fake Coach. The signature C's were like this, and they were like they shouldn't be crossing over each other. That's more of a Chanel thing, but that's not a real Coach. And it had like the Coach
a different name, but yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't a Chanel purse, trust me. It wasn't a Chanel purse. They were trying to pass it off as, I mean, it was just so cheap looking. And they had it behind the counter for like $20, like this fake bag. So I head back to the crossbody because I thought, well, nobody's picked it up. I'll probably pick it up and maybe try to resell it. And there was a lady there who was looking at it, and she's like, oh, this is probably fake. I'm like, come here, honey. I'm like, the one behind the counter's fake. Don't buy that. You get this. If you want this, it's yours. I'll pass on it because, I want other people to have good stuff too. But she's like, are you sure? And I showed her my crossbody Coach, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a closet full of Coach. Yeah. So I just thought, maybe that's something that I can do to give back.
Now, you also have your sister involved with you. How does that work with y'all as far as does she help you list, source? How is she involved with helping you on, besides your videos?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Yeah, she hates. Can I tell you a secret? She hates.
Go for it.
She hates going thrifting. She hates it. Yeah, my mom, when we were little, used to take her. My mom would always take us thrifting anytime she would go to like a Goodwill, Salvation Army. And my mother's a very slow shopper. So it wasn't a problem because my brother and my one younger sister and I were all 2 years apart. So we would just like play tag and like hide in the clothes and like go play with the toys. And, we always had fun. But my youngest sister, the one who does this with me, she's like 8 years younger than me. So by the time that she was a little kid going to the Goodwill, there was nobody for her to play with. And she would just sit there bored for hours and hours while my mom was trying to find like a matching thing or something. Right. So she hates it. She was traumatized by it. She will not go into a thrift store with me ever.
So does she just basically help you with the filming part?
Oh yeah, she's so good. She does the editing, she does the filming, she does a lot of the commentary, and she does like production notes for me and stuff like that. So
That's awesome. And so
yeah.
how often are you working on getting your videos out per week, or how are you working on your videos to come
Uh,
out?
it depends on what we do. So, for example, I have with the Thrifts and Giggles series, which we just did two to kick it off, and then we're going to be doing one a month.
Okay.
So with the Thrifts and Giggles, I can tape that anytime that I go thrifting, which is, probably once a week, once every 2 weeks at the very, very, very least. So that's no problem. I just tape everything, and then she cuts it, chops it down, and then we talk about it. But with the anything that requires me to put on makeup, usually takes it's kind of a production. So usually what we'll do is tape like 2 or 3 things in one day, and then and I'm so Hollywood. This is how Hollywood I am, guys. I hate to say this, but I will actually like change my blouse and my jewelry between takes just so it doesn't look like the exact same video.
Oh,
I know. So we'll do like one video, and then I'll be like, okay, hold on, outfit change. That's ridiculous.
I love it.
We do have a video coming up. If I can talk about that, I'm doing a collaboration with, y'all know Veronica.
Yes.
Veronica Mitka. So I'm doing a collab with Veronica and Dala Dr. Jennifer.
Oh,
and
awesome.
yeah, and Chloe from Cuberly Chaos or Cuberly Resells.
That one.
So yeah, so little Chloe, she's a little firecracker. She's so adorable. So she's our California girl, and I'm kind of the Midwestern corn-fed girl, and then the East Coast girls are Veronica and Doc. And we all bought a thread-up box, like the 25-piece thread-up box for $60, and so those probably will be dropping next week.
Awesome. Now talk a little bit more about the one that you were talking about of the giggles and thrifting. Talk a little bit more about what the series is about.
What we noticed, and it came about almost as a direct result of all the drama that's been happening recently in the reseller community that I'm not going to talk about and dip my toes in because I don't care. Sorry, I wish I cared more about that whole thing, but I'm over it.
It's understandable.
I think all of us are pretty much over it at this point. So I was just like, there's so much drama and everybody's so serious and so angry. And I'm like, let's do something like, let's go in the opposite direction. So Carrie was telling me, that's my sister, and Carrie's like, what would be funny if we just like went someplace and just taped everything that made us giggle, because literally we're like that everywhere we go. It's you should see family functions are horrible. We just laugh so hard. So we were like, let's, maybe put out a little bit of something that's a little more, fun and joyful and, not so serious and drama and like, shame on you sort of thing. So that's what we did. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And honestly, if nobody ever watches one, I'm still pretty happy with it. Yeah, buy Johnny a coffee. Buy him a moon pie.
I'm trying to find certain emojis, and I can't seem to find it for Jennifer. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'll just do this one. So when you're doing your videos on the one that you started or on your Taken and Real, are you plan on doing any more types of those type of videos in the case of something else that you may want to bring out to those to be aware of?
I gotta say, Coach is my wheelhouse because I really have been collecting it for years. But there are some other things like our last Thrifts and Giggles video. I actually pointed out that there was they had a pair of like Louboutin heels that my friend Sue asked the lady to see, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, these are $150 for these secondhand shoes." And I looked at them and I said, "Those are not real." I said, "Those are fake, Sue." And she's like, "How can you tell?" And I'm like, "Okay, because the inside is worn and the outside is bright red. And if you had worn those shoes, it only takes one wear of a red bottom shoe to get a scuff mark on the bottom. So if you have red bottom shoes and they don't have a scuff mark on the bottom and they're not new in box, they're not real. I'm not saying 100% of the time, but 99.9% of the time. It's just they always, that red scuffs off really quickly.
Right. So when you're doing your, I know, again, I do hear and see a lot of your videos where you do talk about more of shoes than anything. So what is the actual brand, or what is your style of shoes that you like to go shopping for? And what would be the highest ROI that you've ever got on a pair of shoes that you did on thrifting?
The highest ROI that I ever got was a pair of Chanel shoes. They were like a pair of Chanel Mary Janes. I bought them. I actually bought them for myself, and I bought them secondhand online at Macari, and I paid I want to say I paid like $200 for them, and that was a steal. And then once I got them, I put them on, and what I found was that my feet had changed over the years, so I wasn't 21 anymore.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, scary. So I had them sitting in a closet, just knowing that I owned a pair of Chanel, heels was so cool. And then about a year later, I was like, okay, I got to sell these. So I put them online, and I sold them for $350, and that was $350 plus shipping. Right. So I made a little. Yeah, my husband bought me. Glenn back here in the background going, "Who bought you those shoes?" He did. It was a birthday present. I was like, yeah, I kind of want these $200 shoes, and he's like, okay. Yeah, he does tend to spoil me a little, I have to say.
Oh, that is good though.
He's a good guy. He's a sweetheart.
I can probably identify a real Christian Louboutin pair. Never found any real in the wild.
Yeah, I don't really see that many reels in the wild, honestly. And again, it's not. I don't want to say that every pair every time is that way, but typically the red on the red bottoms it's scraped right off.
The only thing I've ever seen is when I watched Locker Nuts on those storage units he buys. This one big unit he bought had a lot of name brand shoes, and that was like the closest I've ever seen. Without being real in my face to actually see him on camera. So yeah.
He found didn't he find like Versace, like old, like classic Versace jackets that were like,
yes.
I mean, some of that stuff retails so high, and the resale value is good, but you have to have authentication. You really have to have a good authenticator.
Yeah, because especially with eBay, and I'm not sure of any other platforms, but I do know that eBay does have these different programs where you can send it in, get it certified with a COA.
Yeah.
Which protects you as that buyer in case if it is fake, they'll let you know. But then they ship it for you where you don't have to keep it. And once you have it at the location where you send it in at, 9 times out of 10, from what I'm understanding, I have never done it yet. From what I understand, they do ship it out for you from their location once it's been certified. So there's more of a...
Poshmark, for anything that's over $500, Poshmark does an authentication service like that. And the Real does it automatically on anything that you send them.
Well, I noticed I did get notifications, which I haven't really looked into yet, is on Macari and Etsy. They are starting to push that out, I guess. But I haven't really looked at the emails yet. It's just...
Oh, good. I hope they do. I hope they do, because...
Well, just like it's weird because on Macari, I think it is. They now have it where you can ship out through Uber. Like,
you mean like across town Uber, or like
a local pickup? Yes.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I wonder if Facebook Marketplace is headed that way.
I don't know if I would trust it though.
Yeah, you'd have to have an Uber driver almost that you knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'd be like, here, let me sit in the back seat while you're delivering.
So what my next question is going to be is, I know you just recently started a little over a year ago, last summer. What would be some of the tips that you've come across and learned for those that are, say, there are some new people in the chat. They just starting out, never even thought about selling on eBay, but they are part of the community, because I do get some people who are in the channel watching our shows, but not an actual reseller yet. What kind of tips would you give them to start out with when it comes to selling on any platform?
I would say probably the hardest part is dipping your toe in the pool. And I would say take a run and leap and just jump right in. I would start cheaply and definitely thrift below your means. It's kind of like living below your means. You know, I would say kind of like Dixon's Pickens actually said this too. Start with things around your house and just take pictures of them and post them online. You'll get the lighting comes with watching videos, the listing tips, all of that stuff. So pay attention to a lot of reseller videos. Eventually you'll get a rhythm of it, and don't believe everything that every reseller says. It's not 100%. We're all fallible. We're all human.
Yeah. Yep.
So, trust your instincts, but, learn as much as you can along the way. Always be learning.
Exactly.
I'm still learning.
That's one of the things I always agree on, too. You may watch YouTube video content. You may hear that this person may do one thing. This person over here does it a different way. But if you can take something a little bit from each person and work it into your business, that may work. Just like when you are cooking a pasta dinner and you take the pasta and throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. The same thing. You basically want to see what works for you, and it may not work for you. So you just kind of keep tweaking until you find that little rhythm of something that would work for you.
If your macaroni falls down, then you gotta
learn the hard way.
Some of the things, just remember too that don't beat yourself up too bad if you have a bad buy or so. Set a spending limit. Make sure and stick to that. She said as she, is getting ready to maybe spend a little more this week. But I would say, just honestly, the best thing I could say is it's scary to start, so just do it. Just do that first one, because once you've done the first few, then you'll start to get into a rhythm of it.
Exactly.
And for God's sake, live below your means. Shop below your means. I mean, whatever you can afford, take 20% off of that and shop there. Exactly. Because you're going to end up with I think a much better rate of return and making better choices, because you have to sort of, really think about what you're choosing.
Yeah. Now on your way of sourcing, and you just made a good comment about you're going to make bad buys, because I've done it too. What was the worst thing you ever bought that you think you could have sold for more money and it didn't happen that way?
Oh God. So when I first started, I bought a Ralph Lauren sweater, and I paid up for it. I paid like $20 for it because I thought, Ralph Lauren, and I know that this stuff retails for like $100. So look who knows so much, right? So I put it online, and I could not give that thing away. I could not. I never did comps on it. I didn't bother to check and see if Ralph Lauren, like regular green label from Macy's, was worth anything, and it's worth something, but it wasn't worth what I wanted. So yeah, that was a horrible buy. Yeah. That was an awful buy.
Well, Nana,
and I have a tub of plush.
You have a what? Plush?
A tub. Yeah, I have a tub full of plush that I bought, and it's not that it's a bad buy. It's that it's a bad buy for me, because I have not taken one picture of one plush. So I'm going to include that in a giveaway, because I'm like, no, I just, I spent so much money on all this plush, and I don't want to photograph one piece of it.
Right. Nana Tink, I want to thank you for coming in, and I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been under the weather lately, so good to see you. And if you have any questions for Gammy, go ahead and put it in the chat. Her link is at the top in the blue box. If you have never checked out her channel yet, her link is at the top of the chat in the blue box. If you have any questions, put it in the chat by putting the word question in caps, or just put at Cajun Roots so I can see it. Good morning, Paul. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello. Good morning and welcome. If you have any questions, make sure you put it in. Also, don't forget, when you go to anyone's link that's in the chat, I just do this as a public announcement, public service for y'all. When you go to those links and you go to the channel, if the subscribe word is in red, that means you're not subscribed. Change it to gray. Right next to those three bells, hit the very top, and it says all notifications so you don't miss out when somebody puts out a video. So with that being said, we'll go back to some more questions. I bought Ralph Lauren to wear first and sell unless it is true vintage. There you go.
Well, and there is some Ralph Lauren that's like really great resale, like Ralph Lauren Black Label or Purple Label. Those are really high end, and you can actually send those to the Real, or you can send
different
them,
colors. You talking about the labels on the
yeah,
outside? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The probably Polo by Ralph Lauren. If you can find vintage Polo, that's really popular right now and going kind of skyrocketing. Vintage Polo Bear stuff, really, really sellable right now.
Oh no. Well, I hope everything goes well for you, Nana.
Oh, Nana.
I'm keeping my thoughts and prayers. I can't afford Ralph Lauren. I only show up at Five Below. Yes, indeed.
Five Below.
The purple labels
you go reselling
are sellers. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I should do a what do you guys think? Maybe I should do like kind of a designer brand tutorial for beginners.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. And on your other videos, though, have you had? Well, you've been doing YouTube for how long?
About 9 months. No, I guess. Wow. No, now that I think about it, it's been 11 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So almost a year.
You have a variety of great videos too. Oh, it's amazing how you try a little bit here and there on your series, and I love it.
I like to dabble in everything.
That's good. That's good. So, when you go buying online, though, is there any particular one or any other place you like sourcing on? I know you said you talked a little bit about ThreadUp and things like that. So, talk a little bit about the reasons why you chose the different platforms that you purchased for your thrifting.
Yeah. There are a few I like retail arbitrage from Jomar. I know that we have mixed reviews on that, but I like their Primo box, and I especially like it in the winter time. It's like $90 for 15 items, which is a lot, but it's also most of it is new with tags. Some of it's like really high end designer, not like Gucci, but like, stuff that's sold at like Nordstrom, and it's not like the rack stuff. So like I had like cashmere sweaters from Bloomingdale's and stuff like that. So I got, really lucky. I didn't like their summer stuff so much. It was just stuff that was flooded the market, and I was like, no, I'm not into that. But ThreadUp is the number one. Honestly, the reason why I buy from ThreadUp has more to do with my viewers on YouTube love it. They love it. ThreadUp is like clickbait. I don't know why, but like people just love to see a ThreadUp unboxing.
Yeah, Tom says yes. Tutorial videos would be awesome. Do you have an affiliate link? Because I did watch another video yesterday from a different person who I was surprised on how fast she grew her channel. On the affiliate links to share out for your ThreadUp. Do you have an affiliate link where you get some kind of kickback for ThreadUp?
No, I think you have to. I think you actually have to maybe reach a certain level of followers for that.
Okay.
That's my guess, because I haven't been offered any affiliates and I've been spending money with them. You'd think they'd reach out by now.
Yeah, because you may want to check into that, because if you get an affiliate link, that can help you as well. Push that out on your channel and put that in your description bar as an affiliate link, because you get a kickback for it, because that's what she does. And it's amazing on how much she does just by the affiliate links that she shares. So
now, I wonder too, though, I want to be very, very cautious about things like when I'm sourcing and when I'm unboxing things from somebody, because if I get a bad batch, I'm going to say so.
Right.
So I'm going to say so, and I'm going to be unvarnished about it. So I'm not 100% sure they want that. I'll have to check into that.
All right, Flipping crazy. That's Lisa. She says, "Do you sell ties? I have been collecting designer ties for a while and have approximately 500 of them. Just can't seem to start selling them."
I have sold ties. I sold some of my son's ties, but I can tell you this: with ties, the better, unless you have a super high-end tie that's like a really recognizable designer name. I would probably say that your best bet would be to sell them as a lot. And when I say a lot, I don't mean like, you don't have to have 30 ties in one lot. But like, maybe a certain colorway or a certain design or a certain designer or like a nice, holiday selection or something like that. I would sell them as like, anywhere from like 3 to 5 ties per thing, because I think you're going to end up selling them quicker.
One of the things I want to mention about that too is I have been selling and listing a lot of ties. And also what I find is that the bow ties sell faster than regular ties.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true. I've seen that.
Surprised on the one I found. It was a New York brand. I paid 50 cents for it, and I sold it for $35 for a bow tie. Yeah,
that is a flip. Oh, I love that kind of flip.
New York company. The New York company was the name of it on the back of the top. It was awesome. I find that I don't pick up a lot of clothing like the used. I lean towards smaller items. Study trying to get rid of the clothing I have listed on PM. Now, that's another thing I want to ask you. Are you into or selling, or you do a lot of reselling, sourcing for clothing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Most of what I sell is clothing. It's not that I don't sell hard goods. It's just that they're not really my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what I like. When it comes to hard goods, I know what I like, and I can look up comps, like in Reseller. But with clothing, I can spot what might be a good thing from 10 feet down the road. So it's a little bit different. So I don't know. I just I sell what I love, and I've always had a love affair with fashion. Always. Which you can't tell by the way I'm dressed, but I'm going to the bins today, and it's the first time I haven't looked completely homeless in pajamas at the bins.
Right. Yeah, I want to make sure I am subscribed to Stu's. 26 subscribers. We need to build that up. Let's see here. Nana says, so right. Hear me. It's lady that swore would never ever list on Posh. Well, I started. I'm going to list my clothing on there and see how it goes. That is awesome, Nana.
The Posh is a pretty user-friendly thing.
Now, do you actually physically share your closet every day on multiple times a day, or do you have a virtual?
No, I have a virtual assistant.
Oh.
I one of the things I discovered was that I hated sharing my closet, hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that the more that you share your closet, and when I say share your closet, it's like, you hit the share button and it's each one of the items. And when you get up past even 50 items, it's like, oh, not this stuff yet. I mean, it was just such a drag.
Right.
So once I found out about this virtual assistant sharing thing, which I'm always late to the party. I found out 3 months ago. And I got this posture VA for $25 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sponsored by them. They do not give me anything for free. Right. Trust me. But I started up with that and paid $25 a month, and my sales have increased so much. I went from maybe 100, 150 every 2 weeks to $200 to $300 a week.
Oh, wow. That is a big difference.
Yeah.
For those who may not know, look at Joey Bada Bing in here. Wait, hold on.
Good morning, Joey Bada Bing.
Good to see you, Joey. I still need to get you to reply to my email message, dude.
Joey, why don't you reply?
Huh?
I said, Joey, why don't you reply?
Yeah. I'm trying to reschedule him for one of our morning shows. Heartland Picker, if you're not sure who this is, you may know him as previously in his past YouTube career as Lego Man of the Midwest. That is Brandon, Heartland Picker. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. If you don't know who that is, you're missing out. He's got a lot of things. He's been doing a lot of jewelry, especially if you like the jewelry company.
Oh, he's doing the jewelry too. Yeah, I have all of that jewelry from when I decided that I was going to be the jewelry jar queen, and I quickly learned that jewelry it's harder than it looks. Yeah. It's harder to photograph. You have to find the exact right angle to make it look good. You have to find the right lighting. You have to measure everything and take a picture of every little piece of it. And
yeah.
It's tougher than it looks.
I enjoy it because for me, when I purchase jewelry, it's either going to go in my eBay store, Mercari, or Etsy, or it's going in my antique booth. And so that's why I have multiple different platforms that depending on what the piece is. how old is it and how vintage it is determines what platform I'll put it on. And I'll sell on all platforms with jewelry of all kinds. So I want to go back to the thing with the ties. If you have, and I wouldn't say a brand name because all of them have a brand on it, but some that are not in great selling condition for a brand, I recommend, if you, like you were saying, put them in a lot, because people like myself that are quilters make quilts out of ties. So that's another thing you might want to think about, making it as a craft lot. Even though it may be a tie lot, make it as also in a category of crafting, because some people make them into quilts, memory quilts, yeah. Or just
I like that.
Yeah, it's a big popular thing for ties.
I think you could become the tie guy. You know, you could become the tie guy because because everybody has, like, obviously it's something that, you know, he was interested in and something that he likes buying, because you don't buy 500 of anything if you don't like buying it. So I would say probably, you know, become the tie guy, learn everything you can about reselling ties, because it's out there. That information is there.
Roy says you're overdressed for the bands, aren't you?
I honestly, I have like pajama pants and like a ratty old t-shirt, and like I put my hair, you know, under a cap because I'm scared to death that I'm going to catch a cootie or. Oh gosh, I went
on his channel is where I actually reached my 1K on Memorial Night, the Memorial Day evening, that night on his show.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, reach out, Joey. My goodness.
That's right. He's not working at the PO post office anymore. He's full time now. But
is he really?
Yeah, he's got a lot of different things he's scheduling this month. So, share my closet sounds interesting. Yes, exactly. Saying hello, Joey replied to Johnny. Let's get you on here. Yes, get you to 5K. You're right. You're getting close. I have too many skeletons in my closet. I love it. Thank you, Joey. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Good morning. Let's see here. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. That's why I'm going to do all of my jewelry on my auction. Okay. I enjoy going by piece. Speaking of jewelry, I'm going to make an announcement after we finish the guest part of this. They also make skirts out of ties. Yes. There's a lot of things you can do with ties if they don't sell. Interesting. I mostly pick up brands. Now, also with the bow ties, believe it or not, even the clip-on ones, not always just the ones that you have to tie yourself, which is also a great thing that for those who are learning or love bow ties, that is coming back. So if you find bow ties in anywhere you source, you might want to pick it up and look on the metal part of it if it's a pin one that you just clip on, because they have the initials on the clip part of it, and it is amazing on what they're going for. Art Vandelay in the house. How are you doing, Dan? Good to see you. I'm seeing you at the bottom of the chat while I'm talking here. Let's see here. Sounds nice. Pick up brands. I'm trying to get caught up. Lisa, hello. Good morning and welcome.
Angie, that's cool.
Angie says, Bobby, looking forward to watching you tonight. Yep, that's going to be tonight. There's Art Vandelay, Mr. Dan.
Art Vandelay.
Jennifer's right on it, dropping them links too. Look at him. Mr. Edwards, hello, good morning and welcome. Johnny has an announcement. Yep. It happened yesterday. It's a good one. Let's see. The woman at our farmer market makes tiny purses out of ties. There you go. And again, it could be a great craft lot that somebody can do something with.
Yeah.
You just never know. Joey, let's go.
It's crazy what people will buy.
Yes. What I'm going to do is, before I put the link in for the StreamYard, I want you to go ahead and tell everybody who's coming in that may not know who you are a little bit about your channel, what you do with your channel, and how and what you do as far as on selling platforms. And then we'll go ahead and put the link in the chat for those who can come on the meet us on the panel.
Okay. Hi, I'm Glama from Glama's Closet. My name is Dana, and I am a reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, The Real, and ThreadUp. I do mostly clothing and shoes, some accessories. I do some hard goods, but not really as many as I do with the clothing and shoes. Sorry, I'm not used to this earbud thing. We've got my sister and I just started a series called Thrifts and Googles, and it's a very irreverent sort of giggly look at the items that we find in thrift stores every day. And then I also have, so we'll be doing that once a month. I also have a collaboration coming up with Dala Dr. Jennifer, Veronica Mitke, and Chloe from Cuberly Chaos. And that will be happening within the next couple of weeks. We're doing thread up unboxing together for 25 items, $60 box, mystery box. And then next Tuesday, I did hit 500 subs. Thank you so much, everybody who subscribed. And thank you, Johnny, for getting me over that 500 mark. I was so excited.
It's a team effort, baby.
So it really is. It takes a village to raise an idiot, I always say. So we're going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway. And the details, if you watch the video for instructions to enter next Tuesday on August the 17th, our video comes out usually about 6 a.m. and then it's up all day. And then we'll do the drawing on August the 31st. We're doing 2 boxes. We're doing one with clothing and shoes. And we're doing one with plush toys and hard goods.
And who you said was Veronica? What channel is Veronica on?
Veronica is Veronica Mitka.
That might be a different Veronica I'm thinking of then.
It's Veronica with the K.
Right.
She's the one that's in the chat. Yeah.
I think her channel is like something Cherry Picker or something like that. That's the I'm talking about.
Yeah, different Veronica.
Okay.
This one's the Veronica with the K in the name, the German one.
Oh, okay. So definitely in the blue box above in the chat, if you have not catched her channel link yet, it is in the blue box above. Go ahead and check it out. Remembering, this is just a little cautious when you go to somebody's channel and the link's in the chat. If you see the word red in the subscribers in red, change it to gray because it means you're not subscribed. If you do it to gray, you are subscribed. Now, if you're on your TV, that's different. It's gray, then you have to turn it red, so it's a little confusing. But if you're on your computer, it will be red. Just change it to gray. And then right next to it is the 3 notifications. The very top one is all. That way you don't get missed out on any of their videos. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat, so you're more than welcome to come on and join us on the panel. If you have any questions and you would just want to chit chat with us on the panel, you're more than welcome. And so that's being changed right now in the blue box. I also want to say hello to Mr. Kenny. I just saw him come in. I want to see where I'm at here because the chat is all over the place on me here. Everybody's saying hello. Save here first, Miss Ella. Hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see each and every one of you. And if you have any questions, still go ahead and put them in the chat or just join us on the panel. Showcase your channel is what I like to do also in the mornings. So if you haven't reached out to me, Nicoma Fines, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Kenny says, I have around 1,000 pieces of vintage Avon jewelry in boxes. How should I sell them? That could be interesting on all different platforms. I would do some research on the pieces you have. I have to say myself, I have a lot of Avon pieces still originating in their own boxes that I bought from someone that I had a large buyout boxes that I did. So I practice on Avon parts. I do put them on any platform that I see sells the best. You can always cross post, but I do not do that. So that'd be all up into you what you do on your business. I don't use any type of cross listing. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Marcus, how are you doing today, by the way?
Oh, good morning, Marcus. He's my homie. He's from Missouri, too.
Oh, cool. Awesome to see you. And also, speaking of guests in the morning, if you have not been a guest or you were a guest in the past and you want to come back on and talk about your channel, promote your channel, reach you to your next milestone, come on and reach out to me. I do have a full of link of my link tree where you can reach me on all social media. I am also booked now to the last week of the month, and I would love to have anyone on here that would like to showcase their channel. Reach out to me so I can get you on the schedule. And this is all about promoting your channel, getting people to know a little bit more about you. Maybe there's something that you do that somebody doesn't know about. You just never know what you can bring to the table. I've had a lot of people that was just starting out saying, I don't have anything to bring to the table. Believe it or not, you may, and you just don't know it. Good morning, Larry. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, good morning, and welcome to each and every one of you. So this chat is flying.
Yeah, it's fast.
Flipping sports guy, Mr. Paul. Good to see you. How are you doing? And Jennifer's just right on it with them links for y'all. Look at that. Oh, let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, Heartland Picker. I'm looking for any questions anybody may have. The link is at the top now for the channel. For if you want to come on and join us, you're more than welcome to do that. I've got a good listing. Have a great day. Well, good to see you, Angie. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. Angie has multiple shows during the week as well that she's doing. Check her out. Have a wonderful day, everybody, whoever may be leaving. Thank y'all for coming in and spending your time with us every morning. So my news that I wanted to announce was yesterday. I had to wait till yesterday because I did find out Saturday on my antique booth. I go every week, and there was a new Miss Carol and I did a daily thing that we did where we got together and we did some shopping and we went to my antique booth, and she wanted to see my new booth. And that is the bigger one. And so after I finished doing it, and I did do some videoing, I walked around like I usually do, that you just never know when you can find, because yes, you can find some deals at antique malls. And it just so happened I did some walking around, and I happened to see a new glass double-sided locked case that was new in the area. And it's on the same side as my booth, just on the back row of where I'm at. And so the lady who deals with it was on vacation, so I had to wait for her to come in yesterday. She only works Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Well, I called yesterday, and I am able to get that case, and it's locked with glass shelves, for $60 a month. And I asked her, I said, is it available? Because I wanted to see if I can get it. And when I said that, she says, for you, I would make it available. So that makes me feel real good to know that they are really enjoying my type of work that I'm doing, always going in every week. I basically know everybody who works there. And so that made me feel real good that she said yes, that to me. So one of the things I want to mention is if you do get an antique booth, always be consistent. Go and check it in your booths. You're going to see things that happen. Because I started with one small booth. Then I went to two small booths. Then I went to one large booth and knocked down the two smaller ones because I was only going to pay $40 more a month for a bigger booth. So I knocked the two small ones out into one big one. I was able to put more stuff in it. And I am selling, but again, this time of year is a little slow, but I am still making money on my items that I'm selling in the booth. But for me to have a glass case, now I can start putting in my Fenton. I can start putting in a lot of glassware. I have a lot of Mardi Gras Carnival glass. I also have a lot of high-end jewelry, vintage jewelry. And so that's what I started working on yesterday and today, getting a lot of that in my inventory, because I do a spreadsheet where everything I put into it, I give it a number, an item inventory number and an item name. And so that's what I'm working on now. And that's going to be my new booth. And it's going to happen tomorrow when I move in. I got all my display pieces ready to go in. And I'm looking forward to it. So that'll be part of another video that I'll be doing, showing y'all the new booth that I have for $60 a month. It's pretty cool. Yep. I enjoy it. It's something that I get to do once a week, get out the house, other than what I usually do. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to get into a antique mall, try it out small. Try a small booth. See if it works for you. Don't do anything big at first. But for me, I did go up because of the fact that I had a lot of sales. And so I figured this way here, I just got my feet in the door first. They got to know who I am. I did like going with the little small booth first. And that's what I recommend for anyone to starting out as an antique booth. Start in a smaller area. New video dropping every Sunday, y'all. Awesome, Edward. You can also get your own showcase cheap on Marketplace. Yeah, I just don't want to I don't feel like wanting to carry that and move it. So this way here, it's already there. But you still have to pay for a space when it comes to any antique malls, depending on whatever space you get. So that's the only thing different about an antique mall. So where are you going normally? Where you go sourcing? Do you just go to the Goodwill bins, or do you have other places that you go to in your area?
I do have a honey hole that we're not going to talk about.
Right.
But but other than that, honestly, St. Louis is a very Catholic town. It's kind of like New Orleans. So there are a lot of Catholic charity shops, and I go to those. I love going into the city, and I live close enough to the city to actually, jump into the city with pretty much ease.
Right.
So I do love going into the city and getting like in the central corridor where the wealthy people live, mm-hmm. out into the county. And then there is a Goodwill. There are two Goodwills that are in like the wealthiest neighborhoods of St. Louis, and I don't live that close to that area, so I have to take those in small steps. But when I go, I make sure and budget for a larger a larger haul because I know that there are going to be some really good high-end designer items and some really
Right.
stuff.
Good to see you, Mel. Hope you're doing well. I want to thank everyone for your love and support. There's her link. Where did it go?
Where is her link? I know.
I'm trying to find the link for Judy May. Mel says that her in Pittsburgh is going to be going live at 12:30 on her channel. Awesome. I'm trying to find Judy May's channel link that's in the chat. What time was that on? 9:59. Oh, because I didn't get to it yet in the chat. That's why. Oh, there it is. I'd like to make sure I'm still subscribed when I see those links in the chat. Yep, I am. Good. All right, so there's the links for everyone else. What's going on, Brandon?
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Brandon.
Honey holes are like a fighting club.
Yeah. The
Good
first
morning,
rule of honey
Brandon.
hole.
So what's going on over there, Brandon?
Oh, nothing too much.
Oh, you don't sound so excited.
No, I'm not a morning person. I'm normally a night owl, but
I know.
something got to me this morning.
What now?
Something got to me this morning that just made me want to stay awake.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to have to ask what.
Oh, it's nothing. I don't know why I'm awake.
Okay. We'll leave
Now,
it
is
at
this
that.
the same Brandon that was eating cookies in front of everybody
Yes.
just a few weeks back?
Yes.
I had such cookie envy. I was like, oh, he's eating homemade chocolate chip cookies.
And shout out to Dayton Valley Deals. Angie makes great cookies.
Right? I can't wait.
I need a new honey hole.
delicious
Mine
cookies.
closed forever. Oh, no, before. Oh.
Oh.
I want to thank everyone for your support and love for my channel. And that's what's good about the community. We're all here to support everybody. Yeah, you might have a couple of bad eggs in there trying to find some drama. But
Am I
that's
doing
what
this
it's all
right?
about.
Okay.
Love always. Yep, right
Here we
there.
go. I'm trying to figure out where the middle of this screen is.
Brandon, making your YouTube rounds this morning?
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
I'll
What was
probably
going on your channel? Talk about your channel and your auctions. For those
I'll
who may
probably
not
go-
know that you do that.
yeah, I'll probably go to sleep after this
Young
one.
entrepreneur.
But on Mondays I have an auction at 5:30 Central Standard Time where I allow Miss Ivy to sell on my channel and get the promotion she needs. And then on Friday nights I sell on my channel at 11:30 Central Time for any one of those who are night owls, and that is where I do my brooch auctions, which I have a bunch of brooches that I sell. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Jessica says she's leaving, so have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much, Jessica, for coming and supporting us and being part of the morning show every morning. Let's see. Jen's in the house. Good morning, Jen. She was our guest Monday. If you missed it, you might want to go back and check it out. That was actually a pretty good show. Everybody had some great questions for her. Yeah. So what is your when are you starting college? When you got to go report?
August 28th I move in.
Oh, okay. So do you have the link to share of those who may not know that you do have your own personal website that you're going to have support you during your college career?
Yeah, you're dang right. I do. I have the website.
We'll put it in the chat.
I gotcha. Oh, I don't think I announced this to you yet. I might have. I'm not sure. But on my channel, I announced that when I go to college, I won't be doing YouTube auctions as much. So there's the store link. I'll be posting stuff on there during college. But I will also be setting up 30-minute to an hour-ish time slots to where people can buy from me virtually and have a little one-on-one, buying time. I will have one area of my dorm room set up to look like an antique shop, and I'll put my phone, drag my phone across, all the jewelry and stuff, and people can shop virtually, one-on-one.
Awesome. That I did not hear.
Okay.
How old are you, Brandon?
I'm 18.
He just turned 18 this past year in October. Last year in October.
Oh my Lord. What a smart kid already. Oh my God.
Tell everybody, when did you start, Brandon?
I started buying and selling at around age 9, roughly. And YouTube, I've been on here. I mean, I've been doing Lego videos since I was like 10 years old. But I've been doing, this. I started reselling and auctions and whatnot on YouTube probably at the start of COVID, I think was when I really got on.
Yeah. And if you ever have a chance, and you might find his original videos, you just never know, when he was younger, when he actually was doing YouTube.
Well, I kind of deleted those.
Oh, you did?
Some I, hid because I still want to keep those. But
okay, I enjoyed those to see you as you were younger on YouTube. Yeah. Wings of Love, how are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome. Everybody's saying hello and welcome to each other. Good morning, hello, hello, hello. And if you want to come on and be part of the panel, the link is in the blue box above. You're more than welcome to come in and ask questions, share your videos, your channel. If you have any questions or things like that, you're more than welcome to join us. So what do you plan on doing as far as, do you plan on bringing any of your inventory with you? Or are you going to be sourcing when you get to college?
I plan on bringing some of my inventory. I'm not bringing all of it because I can't fit it all in a dorm room. Well, but I do plan to bring some. And what I'm going to do is turn a little area of my dorm room into an antique shop, kind of, a retail store, because my thinking is that it would, by me selling jewelry, and that's like my specialty, that is like the perfect thing to do at a college when guys are trying to get their girlfriend stuff and it's like Valentine's Day or their birthday or, some special date or their anniversary dating or something, and they want to get their girlfriend a gift, but they don't have time or they forgot to get it. So then they can just come to my dorm room and shop.
Wow, what a clever idea.
Perfect. Oh my God, I love this kid so much. He's a genius. You're such a smart kid. You're going to go places, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Christy, hello, good morning, and welcome. Yes, I love anything dark chocolate. I love chocolate too, but dark chocolate's my favorite. The Hump Day auction, yes. Don't forget today at 2 o'clock every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Here on this panel, Hump Day auction.
Hump Day. See Miss Ivy, my mom.
Miss Ivy's gonna be his mom. Yeah. Brandon, you go. Nice, Brandon. You got the inside track.
Plus, he'll probably be one of those kids that graduates from college and it's already paid for. Like he doesn't have like a mountain of student loan debt.
But he's got a full scholarship. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got full tuition. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Of course you do, you smart kid. That's your mother must be so proud.
Room, board, and fees, which are ridiculously expensive, especially a meal plan. Oh,
especially when you have a special dorm by yourself.
Well, that didn't cost any extra. Because two reasons. One, because I filed for like the disability medical, whatever they call it, because of my medical condition I have. And then also because of COVID, they want to try to separate as many people as they possibly can.
Oh, okay.
That's another reason why I got a single room.
Yes, Missy, that's a nice tea. That is Brandon's mom, the one that's on our show every Tuesday. A Wednesday at a Hump Day auction. That is Miss Ivy Vintage Market. That is Brandon's mom.
Yep. And for future reference, if you ever buy from me or for her, shipping is combined. Since we're in the same household.
Yep, you're right. That's always been that way, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I sell from upstairs and she sells from the basement. So.
Yep. That's true. So if you have
I'll be right back. I got to go wake her up.
Oh.
She's sleeping.
You're going to get her on your bad side.
Yeah, you may want to bring coffee for that.
Yeah, exactly. Really gone. I'll get her up. I see he changed his emoji too. That's his college, his graduation, one of his graduation pictures. Until you
how
go
cute. That's a cute shirt.
to college. Yeah. So again, we're going to go back to you on your channel. What is it you have planned for as far as your goals between your platforms you sell on and or your YouTube channel?
My goals pretty much kind of are staying the same. My goal was to by fourth quarter, by the end of fourth quarter to have a whole quarter where I have like $1,200 months, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but baby steps. Yeah. And then I'm hoping to get to 700 subscribers by the end of this fall.
Uh-huh.
I'm at 530, I think 540 now.
Uh-huh.
So I'd love to get more subscribers, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it without putting out like genuinely decent content.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I don't know how to put that without sounding.
Right.
Yeah.
Update for last week. I made actually on August the 31st. I made an announcement on what my goals were going to be, and being accountable for. And I did make an item that I was going to say, that I did say as far as my goal till October 1st was to list as many items as I can, items that I was going to make sure that I reached 4,000 items listed on eBay. And my update is my first week last week. And that gives me about 112 a week that I have to list or more. Last week, I ended the first week of the month of August. I ended with 128 items that I listed. Then I started this week on Sunday with 35 drafts. As of today, I had listed already 60 items in 2 days already for this week. This is going to be the third day. Today's the 11th. So I got 60 listed items, 35 drafts. All pictures are taken, ready to go live. And also adding more now to my antique booth that I just picked up. So I am on target of my goals. Good morning, little Miss Q. How are you doing? Good to see you. So I just wanted to give updates because I haven't been able to do it yet. So, yep, that's where I'm at now.
Mission failed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not hard for me.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. Johnny, I like what you said about the video where I really like that idea. If you don't mind, I'm gonna probably run with that too as just an extra video, because a good public shaming will get me to list more. So honestly, if I do like a death pile haul and like public shaming video where I have to show the things that are in my death pile, and I have to promise my people to list them, my subscribers to list them, maybe I will. That seems like a good challenge. I'm going to chew on that and see if I can do a good version of that. I like that.
I did it. It's something that I did a challenge with. There was a challenge going on at that time, and it was like my second or third. Actually, no, guys, my second was about me. The first one was about this sorts video. Hashtag show off your death pile, soy pod. That was the one where we did just show off your death pile and how you have it. And everybody, all the comments were, I can't find your death pile. It's because I have it so organized. But I did show it off and I did do that video and it was awesome. Question, Glams, what platforms do you use?
For selling, I use Poshmark. Poshmark's probably my number one selling platform. eBay is my second runner-up, and with eBay I do mostly, like I said, hard goods and heavy stuff, men's stuff. So I'll do like leather biker jackets, things like that maybe is not necessarily in the Poshmark kind of super wheelhouse. I do a little bit on Mercari, mostly coffee mugs, which is kind of strange, but it's random. And then for consignment, I usually do the Real and ThreadUp. So just depending on whether or not the brand,
Right.
but the Real sells so fast.
Yeah, I want to comment on Adam's comment right here about drafts or non-completed listings. These that I do on my phone, because I'm doing my draft from my phone, I do all the pictures. I do what I can as much on the phone, but I actually finish all my listings on the computer because I want to see it in picture. I want to go through and make sure everything is checked off correctly, make sure all the information's right, adjust all my pictures. I'd rather do that on the computer. So that's why when I say drafts, I physically have all the 35 that you get up to 12 pictures per item. I have all the pictures up to 12 per item. This way here, I go through and I do what I have to do in steps. That way I can get them listed quicker for me. Now, for me, that's what works for me. Some people can list on their phone, do their drafts and do everything on their phone. I just can't. To me, it's just, but that is my first step. And so I do my drafts on my phone and then I complete them on the computer. That's what just works for me. Let's see here. Thank you, everybody, for subbing. And again, that's awesome. If you haven't checked the Little Miss Q, y'all definitely got to go find and meet Pam Pam. That's all I'm saying. You're missing out if you haven't met her yet. Let's see. It was a great auction last night. Apparently, appreciating you hanging out with us. I'm sorry, but I went to bed early last night. I've been tired. I did a lot of work yesterday, and it's been doing this every
hot.
Well, we're getting our 4-day of heat wave. They put it in a warning for the city and the state because we're going to be in 4 days of over 90-degree weather, feeling like 100. That is what I need to do is learn more on this computer instead of my phone. And that's why when I say drafts, even though I'm listening at the same time, I do those on my phone. I personally don't like to do everything and complete it before I make it live or complete it. So that's why I do it on the computer when I get to that step, because I prefer to make sure I can see everything, making sure everything's correct, make sure there's the right years, numbers. I fill out everything when it comes to that, because I have to say the more you fill out on your item specifics, the less chance you are going to get one of those little things. Because I make sure when I do everything on that portal, the listing, there's that little circle. I make sure that thing turns blue. Sometimes I still get some things that I have to go back and fill out, but it happens. We are in excessive heat warning too. Yeah, I know. Glams, do you use the built-in automated on Poshmark or a VA?
That's a great question. I actually use the VA. The built-in automation on Poshmark. I have somebody who's a buddy of mine who does use that. And she likes it because it's faster than what it used to be sharing the closet, but she's doing like click, 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 click still. I'm doing like 3 clicks in my entire closet, 700 items is shared. So it's just the Posture VA is faster, and the important thing is to know thyself. know what your tendencies are, and either change those habits or just give right into them and work with them. So I gave right into my tendency to be lazy about sharing.
Yeah. Judy May is asking about Robert. Robert is back to work. He is still sore with pain now and then, but he is back to work and able to walk around more. So he's doing a little bit better, just still sore. Refused to go to the doctor, but what you going to do? But he is back at work now. So I see my numbers are going down, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link again to make sure that if you want to be part of the morning show, I would love to have you on here. And if you have not checked out any of my links, I do have all my social media page on this link tree, including any affiliate links. And if anybody's interested in wanting to be part of using the Buy Me a Coffee, you can always change it to whatever you like. And you haven't signed up for it and you're looking to maybe add that to your channel or your videos, here is the link for an affiliate link through Buy Me a Coffee. Like in Jennifer's case, she has Buy Me a Milkshake. Some people have tea. I have moon pies. But you can always label it whatever you like. But there's the link to sign up for it, and you get a free cup of coffee, even though it's called Buy Me a Coffee. You can change it to whatever title you want. But you get one, your first, when you sign up through my affiliate link, I get a kickback of 1 cup. You get a cup. So if you want to use that affiliate link, you're more than welcome. My StreamYard, my link of tree is where you can reach out to me on any social media to reach out to me. And I would love to have you on in the morning show as a guest to promote your channel. So reach out to me and let me know maybe what days are available, or when you ask me, I'll go ahead and let you know what dates I have available, and then we'll get you to pick from those dates. Also, don't forget today at 2 o'clock, I do have the Hump Day auction at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern every Wednesday at 2 o'clock with our co-host. We have several co-hosts, so come and check it out, including Brandon's mom. And so we'll go around and let everybody talk about what you have going on your channel, promote any events you have coming up, and we'll go from there, starting with Brandon because he did come in last. Brandon, hello, wake up. Cuckoo, cuckoo. We'll go to you, Dana.
I told you everything cracks me up. I'm so sorry. So speaking of cracking up, so we'll be doing our Thrifts and Giggles once a month, and it's a new series where we're just goofy at a thrift store. That's it. We just point out things that are funny. or that we think are funny, you know. I do have a collaboration coming up within the next 2 weeks with Veronica McKay, Dala Dr. Jen, and Chloe from Kimberly Chaos. And we'll be doing a ThreadUp unboxing collaboration where we all ordered the same ThreadUp box, and it's a mystery box, and we'll be opening them. And hopefully yours truly will get something really wonderful in the mail. And then next Tuesday, the biggest thing I've got coming up is next Tuesday. I will have somewhere in my video next Tuesday, watch the video, and I'll have instructions for entering a drawing that we're doing to say thank you so much to the reseller community for 500 plus subscribers. We hit 500 week before last, I think, or 3 weeks ago.
So the time passes by so fast.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yes.
So watch that video for instructions to enter. The video is coming out on August 17th, and then the drawing will be on August 31st. And we have 2 different mystery boxes that we're sending out, and we'll reveal what's in those mystery boxes on the day that we do the drawing. But one of them is basically more of a hard goods box, and one of them is more of a clothing and shoes box.
Awesome.
So, yeah, good fun stuff coming up.
Cool. Brandon, are you back? Yep.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I had a phone call.
Such an important man.
I know, right?
So this is the part where you need to talk about your channel, what you have coming up, and promote your channel.
Yeah, so hi, I used to be Lego Man in the Midwest, but now I'm Heartland Picker. As of the new name, I needed something, you know, to change what I was selling and what I'm collecting and all that stuff. But anyway, I have an auction on Mondays at 5:30 Central Standard Time, which Miss Ivy sells on that. I opened my channel so she could sell and promote herself. And then Friday nights at 11:30 Central Standard Time, right after Debbie and Max's late night show, I have my own brooch sale that I do. That gets a lot of attention because a lot of people love my brooches that I have to offer. So yeah, those are the 2 auctions I do on my channel.
And then you combine shipping for those who buy them from all the auctions, correct?
Yep. For those who buy from Miss Ivy either on Monday or Wednesday during the Hump Day auction, we combine shipping whether you buy from her or from me.
And y'all do that every Monday, Tuesday. Y'all send out those invoices unless somebody needs them on an earlier date.
Yep, unless if they email us.
Thank you, Jennifer. I also noticed that she did put her, if you didn't catch it in the chat, she put her link for Buy Me a Milkshake. If you want to help out and show her some love and support for all she does for you and everyone in the chats, no matter what chat you go into and any live you go into, show her some love and support and send her some milkshake. Help her out. Also, make sure you check out everyone's channel. Always make sure if you do go to someone's channel, you do 2 things. Make sure you subscribe from the red, change it to gray. And then also make sure you hit the all notification. But the most important third thing is go back and make a comment. Let them know where you saw them, where you met them at, what channel you might have met them in, where you heard from them, and leave them some feedback in their videos. That way they know that you've watched it, and that way you can give them, because that's one of the things you want to do is make sure you do some type of comment for someone. So with that being said, like I always say before in each and every show, don't forget every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, I have the live show here where we promote a channel who is our guest that morning. So if you come out and want to be part of it, don't forget to reach out to me. And all of my videos descriptions is all my information. You can reach out to me and let me know you would like to be on the show as a guest, and I would be happy and honored to have you and support you in your channel. So with that being said, like I said before, in each and every show, and as I get to my little tab here where I need to be, as I always say, love always. Love is always free. Please,
Amen.
Kind to everyone, and everyone, when you see them in another chat, don't forget to let them know, tell them hello. Until we meet again into another chat, later, peace out. And don't forget, if you want to be part of the show at the end of the show, the back room, the link is at the top. You're more than welcome to join us after the show has ended. Till then, later, peace out.
Bye, guys.